Welcome back everybody, welcome back to a new video. Today guys, we are going to be breaking down the predictions of the results of the quarterfinals of the Champions League draw, which, to be fair, has been quite alright for Barcelona. Not the best, not the worst. We're going to analyze it. I want your opinion. Let me know in the comments, of course, what your thoughts are, what are the possibilities. We're going to cover my predictions, my possibilities of which team is going to go through. And let me break it down for you. I believe that the sixth is possible, guys. So get ready, tie your seatbelts, because let's fucking do it. So great return of Mr. Luis Enrique and Xavi Hernandez facing each other in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. But of course, this is not the only encounter. I think that there's been some very interesting encounters, including possibly the toughest encounter for Real Madrid. If we start with the encounters, guys, we saw Arsenal versus Bayern Munich. I believe that certainly Bayern Munich here is in the advantage, despite they're not so well situation in the Bundesliga. I still believe that they have a strong team. Of course, Musiala doing very well, Harry Kane doing an exceptional season, scoring a lot of goals despite still not winning a title, poor guy. But I believe that Arsenal, of course, after so many years not being able to compete in the Champions League, facing a Bayern Munich, which of course the Bundesliga is very, very far away, because Leverkusen is doing a tremendous job under Xabi Alonso. I think that certainly the situation for Bayern Munich is going to be more positive. I expect an encounter, a very fast encounter. An encounter with a lot of attacks, so from field to field, and this is of course gonna favor Bayern Munich. I don't think Arsenal can play any other way. By the way, they can on some sort play possession, but it's a very quick possession. Therefore, I think that if we compare players 1-to-1, Bayern Munich is better, and they even have Davies, even Sané, Kimmich, recovering. I don't think that Arsenal is gonna be able to make it. Therefore, I give 60% possibilities to Bayern Munich to go through and 40% for Arsenal. On the other hand, guys, we have Atletico Madrid, Borussia Dortmund. Of course, very nice draw for Atletico de Madrid. Not perfect, almost perfect, because it would have been perfect certainly if they were playing the second game in the Wanda Metropolitano at home for them. But certainly getting Borussia Dortmund, who was the easiest team in the whole draw, it's a big advantage for them. Although careful, because Borussia Dortmund is a good underdog with Reus, with Jadon Sancho playing quite well lately. Sancho recovered. I think that Dortmund can have its chances, as it is not that far from Atletico Madrid. But of course, Atletico Madrid is pretty solid lately. Griezmann being recovered right now and doing a good appearance versus Inter de Milan, even scoring a goal. And careful today, on Sunday we're playing against Atletico Madrid, and Griezmann is going to be there most possibly. But I think Atletico Madrid, taking into account they're going to put all the eggs in the Champions League basket, because in terms of La Liga they can only compete for top four. They can't compete for the title, and they have no other titles available. I think that Atletico Madrid is going to be slightly ahead, and of course taking into account that the second game is going to be played in Dortmund. Well, I give 55% chance to Atletico Madrid and 45% chance to Borussia Dortmund. Moving on, guys, we have a hot game, very hot game, and indeed I was very happy for this outcome. Real Madrid versus Manchester City. Man, I'm telling you, I'm happy, and I was very happy when this draw came out. Of course, possibly the worst tie Real Madrid could have gotten, and especially the second game at the Etihad there is possibly the most damaging, because we all know that the last minutes of the of the last game of the leg, Real Madrid always grows, puts a lot of pressure, and especially if it's in El Bernabeu. But playing away, Real Madrid lose all this power, and let's hope that the referees, there's no scandals. Let's hope. But certainly last year we had the same encounter, and in the second leg, Man City won 4-0, and I think this still hurts. Of course, Guardiola having a very, very flexible team, very dynamic team, with a lot of players in so many positions. It is true that they're a little weaker, Man City, than they were last year. I think that Man City with Haaland is not doing its best season. For example, he's 10 goals behind his scoring numbers from last year by this time. So Haaland is not on fire. It is true that in the midfield, I think that they haven't been able to really replace Gundogan yet. Although Rodri is on really good shape, Phil Foden, they have a lot of players, and maybe not so famous players, but they perform really, really well. Of course, Guardiola is tremendous. Real Madrid is still strong. It all depends really on Bellingham, Vinicius, especially. I think that these two carry the team. Bellingham not going through his best moment, certainly, and of course Vinicius going up and down this season, very, very unstable in terms of performances. Of course, I have to give favoritism to Man City, especially with the return being played in the Etihad. So I give 60% chance to Man City to go through, 40% chance to Real Madrid to go through, and of course, let's go with the big game, guys. The most important game of the season. And these games, because it's two games, of course, are gonna take place in about a month from now. I think it was 10th of April or 14th of April. Well, yeah, anyways, about a month from now. And the return leg is going to be played, the return game is going to be played in Barcelona. Very positive. I think this is very positive. If we play a strong game at Paris, I think that we have a lot of possibilities. I think that certainly Paris Saint-Germain are a tough team, not the best team that we could have played. But of course, having the second game at Barcelona, the fact that we're gaining motivation, the fact that we have all of our eggs in the basket of the Champions League, I think that we're gonna go all in with this. In regards of PSG, of course, much better team than last year, despite them having so many stars, Neymar, Messi, Mbappe all together last year. I think that Luis Enrique has been able to create a more solid team, a team that can really get the ball through from defense to midfield to attack. Of course, you have a better structure overall. You do have a player that is, of course, super determinant, which is Kylian Mbappe, and we're going to see the numbers in just a second. And of course, it's also the hot topic of Dembele coming back to Barcelona. Although Dembele not having his best season in terms of numbers, but he's been playing and he's not been getting injured. Something that's a little surprising. Maybe he gets injured for the game before the game, of Barcelona. I wouldn't be surprised. But there's also something interesting, that the fact that that Mbappe is leaving. And because Mbappe is leaving, we've seen Luis Enrique benching Mbappe a few times. Maybe you can bench him for these games, So Luis Enrique, if you can, and you're able to, bro, just do it, man. I know you're a culé. I know Luis Enrique is a culé. And my possibilities, yesterday I think I was a little skeptic. Yesterday I made a video. I talked about the possible encounter PSG Barcelona. I was a bit skeptical, a bit pessimistic. I think I'm going to be a little bit optimistic now. Having thought about it again and seeing the encounter actually coming through, I'm going to give a 45% chance to Barcelona to go through. I think that we are the underdogs just because of the position that we are right now in La Liga. The fact that our team has been quite unstable throughout the season. Instead, Paris Saint-Germain has been quite stable throughout the whole season, and despite having changed 3 draws in the League One, I think that Paris Saint-Germain is I'd say it's a Man City 2.0, but with worse players and of course just starting, right? Because Man City, Guardiola has been there for how many years, and he's been crafting the team for so many years. But Luis Enrique is a coach that can do something similar to Guardiola. Of course, not the same. Guardiola is years apart, but he's trying to create kind of the similar game. I see some of your predictions. Let me know what your thoughts are in terms of percentages. It's always interesting. And let's cover the reactions, because we had some reactions from the squad. Apparently, the Barcelona dressing room is satisfied with the Champions League draw, avoiding big 2 teams such as Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Man City, and the second leg at home, which is of course very positive. They also value positively the possible semi-final clash. Of course, if we look, actually, let me show you, because this is important. If we look at the actual brackets, these are the brackets which are quite positive for Barcelona. In fact, because the semi-final clash would be against the Atletico Madrid or Borussia Dortmund. This is very, very positive for us. This is certainly very, very positive for us, and we need to go through the PSG game. Is going to be the toughest game for us for now. But baby, when I saw this, I thought to myself, the 6th Champions League for Barcelona is still possible, guys. Because look at this, we're favorite. We have been favorite in this draw. If we were on the other side, I think that we would be doomed pretty much, because you either face Bayern Munich or you face Man City or face Real Madrid. It's very hard to go through into the final. Of course, once you get into the final, then it would be easy. But I prefer having one difficult game, and that being in the final, than having 2 difficult 2-leg clashes, right? So this is exactly what we're gonna get if we were on the other side. I think that right now we have one difficult game, which is against PSG, one difficult clash, one 2-leg game against 2-leg qualifying against PSG, and then of course a very challenging one versus Atletico Madrid possibly, or Borussia Dortmund. But imagine it's Borussia Dortmund, guys. I'm telling you. We were thinking about this the whole month. We were saying, imagine Barcelona gets an easy draw in the quarterfinals. We didn't get the easy draw, but I think that we are on the easy side of the draw, aren't we? So this is positive, guys. Other reactions, guys, we saw Lewandowski also talking about it. He was saying, I'm sure we will play better against PSG. I think we will play the semi-finals, I think this is important, that we're confident, but careful, because PSG is a very well-built team. They have determined players, and the fact that they dropped Messi, they dropped Neymar, has been positive for them. We also saw Rafinha making some declarations. There are 8 teams that are favorite. We knew that any opponent would be difficult, and PSG is no exception, but we know that we can give to win it. So we give the win. So there's the possibility, guys, honestly, and this is exactly what we all think. The hope is back, baby. The hope is back, and imagine we get into the semifinals, man. I'm going crazy, man. I'm telling you, I'm going crazy. I'm going insane. So situation with PSG right now, we have PSG with Ousmane Dembélé having scored only 1 goal in 32 matches. Not his best season, although he's more of a creator, more than a goal scorer, and in Barcelona has always been more of a creator. So don't blame the guy, and be careful, because I think that against Barcelona he will play a splendid game if he needs to. And but certainly Ousmane Dembélé is not the player carrying this team. It's not. The player carrying this team, and I'm going to show you the stats, is clearly Kylian Mbappe. Okay, Kylian Mbappe is carrying this team, and let me show you how he's carrying this team. We have OG here in X.com saying Mbappe, Haaland, and Kane and Griezmann are leading the UCL scoring race with 6 goals each. But let's break it down with some of the stats. Mbappe has scored 6 goals out of 13 PSG's goals in the Champions League. That's 46% of the goals, guys. He is carrying PSG. We need to disable Mbappe during the game, and I give that job to Ronald Araujo, of course. I think that Ronald Araujo can clearly do it, and it's certainly it's gonna be a game changer if we disable Mbappe, or who knows, man, maybe Mr. Luis Enrique decides to bench Mbappe, and it's not Araujo who disables the player, but it's actually Luis Enrique. It could be, but certainly Mbappe is a player that can win a game by himself, you know. Although I'd like to see Mbappe against a stronger Barcelona, because the last game that he played against Barcelona, I think he scored a hat-trick, didn't he? And that year wasn't. It was the COVID year, if I don't get it wrong. And of course, we were kicked out in the Champions League by PSG. But who cares? Who cares? It's a new year. I think where we have a better team right now, more solid and young spirit. And hopefully some players are going to be back. I believe that Frenkie maybe can be back. Ferran Torres was back in training today. We're regaining some players, and certainly the situation is a little bit better than a few years ago. So guys, let me know your thoughts. Let's do a quick Q&A as always. It's always great to see you guys, to talk to you. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, to smash the likes, because it supports the channel, of course, for free. And I see 120 people watching. Make sure to smash the likes, guys. How many likes? We only have 37 likes, guys. Come on. I see Musa, I see Barry, I see Barcelona forever, I see Troy, I see Emperor Bozo. Emperor Bozo says Araujo versus Mbappe. Gonna be good, man. In fact, it's gonna be great, and I can't wait to see it in about a month. Barry says, never rated Dembele when he was at Barça. You know, Dembele was so unstable. Dembele was so unpredictable that some games he was a killer, some other games he was just a little loser. And you know, a love and hate relationship, I'd say. Whoop Trong says we should play Koundé at right back, not Araujo. You know, having Kolo Muani, having Dembele, having Mbappe, I think that PSG is going to be all over the place, and certainly the forwards are going to be swapping. But I would like to see Araujo following Mbappe, because you can't see Araujo Cubarsí, for example. You can't have Araujo Cancelo. We're gonna get fucked if that happens, you know. Certainly, I mean, maybe Araujo. Mbappe, Cancelo. If Mbappe goes on Cancelo, difficult. If Mbappe goes on Koundé, Araujo, good. Okay, so if Mbappe goes on Cubarsí, we'll see. I have my doubts that Cubarsí could play a game like this. Although if we play the possession game, then we're good. I see Walid saying, Alex, Araujo needs to play right back against PSG. Well, see, now you have Whoop Trong saying no, and you have Walid saying yes. Of course, it's a debate. We'll see. Marik is positive, says, believe, guys, it's gonna be good. MP7 says, we must trust the young generation. They want it more. Exactly, man. We need to trust in La Masia, bro. And we never need to lose this mentality. One mistake we did in the Bartomeu era, at the end of the Bartomeu era, it was just signing big players non-stop, just signing. We were refusing to look at La Masia. We were refusing to believe in La Masia. And in fact, this not only got us to the worst situation of the club, it almost got us bankrupt, guys. It almost got us bankrupt. We're paying so much money for players, and we're paying incredible salaries for these players. It was insane. Now you have Lamine Yamal, look at the player. Now you have Cubarsí, look at the player. You have Fermin, you have Gabi. Man, what the fuck? We need to believe in the youngsters. We need to believe in La Masia. These players cost zero, and these players earn very little for now. Of course, we're going to increase their salaries, but I'm telling you, I think that we need to be smarter. We have the best academy in the world, possibly in the history of the sport. I see Cubarsí is so cool under pressure. Yes, says Ney Fartet. Mayuk says, PSG has too much individual quality. Hate to say it, but I don't see us winning because the players won't miss so many chances like Napoli. You know, I think that against Napoli, in the last minutes of the game, both in Napoli and in Barcelona, we were dropping our defense. Like we weren't pressuring too high. We weren't just quite there. You know, we were a little bit distracted. Of course, we had 2 goals advantage. We were comfortable. Marik says Roque needs to support Lewa. I don't think Roque is gonna have many chances, to be honest, against PSG. I'd like to see Roque playing more in La Liga. I think that we're not giving enough chances to the player. Saffron Rifle says, we really need to qualify for 2025 FIFA Club World Cup. Absolutely, this is going to bring us some more money, and we'll talk about this in some other day. Anyways, guys, make sure to subscribe. Of course, it's always a pleasure to join you here on this beautiful Friday. I hope that you guys have a wonderful weekend coming ahead. Make sure to support the channel the best ways you can. You can subscribe, of course, it's for free. Smash the likes. You can also become a member and get special perks here in the channel. Of course, buy me a coffee would be amazing, and I love all of you guys for this. I will do my best, and you have my word, to go to the Champions League game against Paris Saint-Germain, the return leg. Here at the Olympic Stadium. Of course, it's logistically a little bit difficult for me nowadays because it's quite far from my home. I live not too far from Camp Nou, but I live a bit up on the city. But anyways, I'll do my best. Literally, the stadium here where we're playing, it's the other side of the city, and Barcelona is not small. And I don't have a car. I don't have a bike. I would have to take the train and stuff. You know, it's a little hard. But anyways. Trust me, I'm buying the tickets and I'm going because we're gonna get through. I have a belief, guys. When I saw that we're on the good side of the draw, when I saw that we're not facing Man City or Bayern Munich, when I saw it, and when I saw that the semifinals could be against Borussia or against Atletico, I said to myself, baby, we gotta believe, man. Baby, the 6th Champions League is coming. Coming home, it's coming home, it's coming, football's coming home, it's coming home. Come on, guys, smash the like, subscribe, and now, as I always say, Visca Barça, Visca Catalunya, and see you in the next video. It's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming.